So what's up, YouTube? It's your girl T back with another video, and today I am in Fusa, Japan, leaving my hotel, about to go do a little bit of exploring, see a little bit around here before it is time for me to go. Finally, it has stopped raining. It's finally sunny. So I'm pretty happy and excited about that because it's been raining this whole week. I mean, I've been out to eat, which you can already tell I've been eating a lot of sushi. But finally it's sunny, so I can bring my camera out and not worry about water damage and actually just have a good time and show you guys what I'm seeing. So let's see what we stumble upon. So there's a gentleman over there who is feeding the koi fish, which is pretty cool. It's very quiet out here, very quiet, serene, and relaxing. I love places like this, I'm not gonna even lie. Even just kind of like on the journey of studying the Four Noble Truths in Buddhism has been quite relaxing, and it just perfectly pairs with places like this. Now I know why they go to places like this, to meditate and to pray, and it's just so awesome. It's very cool and serene, and just really just trying to look into somebody else's world, especially spiritually, and just understanding why people do what they do, why people feel the way that they do, or they have a certain perspective. It just really opens your eyes. So far the journey for me has been pretty remarkable, just because I've seen a lot of differences in the way I look at things, how I see things, the way I feel physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. And one thing that I will say, it's not only about taking care of yourself physically, because you can work out all day, have the baddest body or whatever, but if you ain't taking care of your mind, emotionally, take care of your spirit, your soul, I feel like, not saying everybody's gonna be that way, but that could be the root of why so many people have turmoil or ill feelings about things, or you know, they just finding that difficult time, having a difficult time finding that internal happiness. And I just think that it's something that they really should look into, is taking a break, meditating, looking at the way they react to certain things, or how they look at certain things. It really, their overall perspective on life will change for the better. That's what I see. And I just love places like this because the quietness, one thing that I really like to get away from, don't get me wrong, I love being in a city, but it's also nice kind of like stepping back and coming to places like this where it's quiet and you're kind of forced to be with nothing but your thoughts. Because I feel like a lot of people run away from their thoughts or how they're feeling, just to eventually end back up at that point. And if you just sit down and think about certain things or problem solve, it's ultimately what a lot of it is all about, problem solving and really becoming one with yourself and at peace with yourself. I feel like everything else falls into place. I ain't gonna lie, I really wish they had had places like this. It's more abundant, Like just coming to places like this and just sitting out here just feeding a koi fish or meditating, staring at the sky, staring at the beautiful, luscious green scenery around. It's breathtaking. And times like this really make me realize how great life is, how great life can be, just by stepping outside of your comfort zone or stepping outside of the norm and actually trying to experience things, taking life by the reins and actually just live, don't exist. When I think about that, that's truly depressing. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not the kind of person who really likes to dwell on things that are depressing or negative, because we do that as it is enough. We dwell on things, we critique ourselves, overthink things as it is, and sometimes you just gotta step back, stop, be still for a moment until you point yourself in the right direction and actually start living. Don't be existing, doing the same thing over and over again, because I'm not gonna lie, when you get into those patterns of just doing the same thing over and over and over every single day, and you know, sometimes you have to do that. As an adult, you have to do things like that. You have to do things that you don't want to do, but it's your responsibility. I will say that it's your responsibility to ensure that you're actually getting out and taking care of yourself. So one thing that I really love about Buddhism is that with the Four Noble Truths, the first noble truth is that life is suffering. You know, you're gonna have things and stuff that, you know, you don't quite agree with, that are gonna bring your mood down. You're not always gonna be happy, and that's why we all have the freedom to the pursuit of happiness. Number two, the second noble truth is that there's a reason for that suffering, and most of the time it's due to attachments, if we want to be real about it. Greed, hatred, some kind of delusion. It's something that you're tied to, that you feel like you can't let go, or you're holding on to, I guess, searching for happiness, but ultimately at the end of the day, you're not reaching that internal happiness because it's not truly coming from within. The third noble truth is that there's an end to suffering. There's a way to end that suffering and reach that nirvana, or that eternal happiness is what I like to think of it. There's a way to do that. And then the fourth noble truth is the path to the end of suffering. There's a way for you to live and ensure that you're on the right path to finding eternal happiness, finding that nirvana, whatever you classify it as. And I just think it's a beautiful thing, and coming to places like this just really make me realize how beautiful life can be. And I just hope that everyone, no matter where you are in life or what you're doing, I really hope that you get to that point of where you find that eternal happiness. You find something that isn't considered an attachment. You find that peace within yourself. You find that happiness within yourself to keep going every day and to live life to the fullest. Live, not exist. And I truly hope that others begin to truly find that, because there are so many people who are lost or who are unhappy, who haven't really made it to that point or really started on their path to awakening. And I really hope that you all get to that point. I pray for everyone every single night, and I just hope everyone finds peace within themselves, because ultimately at the end of the day, I don't care if you're chasing for that top career, making 6 figures or whatever, or that dream car, that dream family or whatever. Ultimately at the end of the day, we're all just trying to find peace within ourselves and find that eternal happiness. And just to be real with you, something that I just really realized is that the only way you're going to reach that point is if you become at peace with yourself. You got to find that from yourself.